Oh,
Or if you can
there's
see the
anything
oasis, just head
new?
towards the oasis, and then I'm
Don't
literally
aim
right
your
next
gun
to
over
it.
there, yeah.
If anything goes south, I'll be in a bush. I'll dome him in the fucking skull. Alright?
Hey, let's not all go out here, let's just have like 2 people at the front. Maybe have some inside. Gonna put him inside anyway.
Well, the question is he gonna be going inside?
That's what I'm thinking, is he going inside or what?
I prefer if he wasn't. Prefer to just talk out here.
I mean, you're gonna execute his ass anyway. So I mean, you know, dead man tell no tales, right?
True, true.
I know, but if he's outside, he has more.
We could have literally like the worst looking security outside, and then have like the best freaking looking people inside. So you know, i.e. me, outside as security, looking like absolute dog shit, and then it's just you guys inside, fucking looking like war machines.
He sees my compound. He sees someone on a roof.
Oh,
Thank you, Vivian.
I wonder who that could be.
There he is.
It's
to our
one
right.
guy. It's one
Is that
guy.
him?
It's just one guy. Should go well.
Left, but you never know.
Once he has 3 dipshits fucking hiding.
Probably all the above. What?
This is quite a few more people than I imagined.
Yeah, well, all remnants of the failed attack on Devil's Castle from last night. They've all just kind of crashed here.
That one's sick.
Yeah, he's been sick for a little while now.
That's what happens when you run out in the rain. Yeah. From cannibals. Yeah, happens.
And you keep getting me fucking sick.
Okay, I apologize for my sickness. Yeah, I can't prevent it. I'm sorry.
Well, how have you been, I suppose?
Constantly running from bounty hunters. Yourself?
You know, constantly hiding from fucking cannibals. Nothing new.
Well, I've kind of been on my own at this point. Not really anyone to stick by my side, because
What
I've
happened
been
to
under
your
a
brother?
false name. Yeah. Cade killed himself just a couple of days ago.
Jesus. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I know everyone these days is seeming to lose people, whether it be to cannibals or to raiders or fucking bandits, whatever you want to fucking call them.
Well, yeah. I'm assuming he did it because of the guilt and because of the fear. Because he didn't really leave a note or anything, it just kind of happened. Walked back home to our base, and when I got in there, he had a Glock to his head, and he had pulled the trigger as soon as I got the door open.
Oh, Jesus. Well,
He's yelling at me not to come in the whole time.
well, some people are driven to that point for one reason or another. You said it was for the guilt?
Yeah, that's kind of what I came here to talk to you about. Could I pull you aside, talk to you in private?
Yeah, I suppose. So,
I don't know.
I've heard rumors and the such. Obviously, I'm sure you're probably aware of that. Is it true what I've heard about Jimmy?
It is.
Why?
He wasn't doing what he needed to do for the people he was supporting. And Kate and I saw that. And we spoke to him, we spoke to other people in the in Haven Point, and they agreed he wasn't doing what he needed to do, and we knew that he wouldn't go down by voting or by asking him to step down, so Kate and I took matters into our own hands, lured him out to Berezino, and shot him in the head with this very M4.
So this
Been carrying around
Eric,
as a memento.
this Eric person, I'm guessing never existed.
Oh, he existed alright, we just needed someone to pin it on, and besides, he had already robbed one of our people and stolen some of our shit, so he was the perfect candidate. So, it all worked out.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's been a long walk here to talk to you specifically. I've been trying to come clean, and I also have a plan. Something I need to do. And I don't think you're gonna like it, and I don't think you're gonna help with me. So, I've just kind of been recruiting who I can, and at this point I think I'm going a bit stir crazy by always walking around on my own, constantly shaking, even when I'm not cold. I found those two guys, they said they'd join my cause. They wanted to come with me to meet you, but I told them it was a personal matter, and if you decided to kill me, then that was probably the best thing to happen.
Well, I can understand wanting things to be done for your group, for Haven Point and everything. But at the same time, I don't feel like it was right to kill a man like that. Like, Jimmy may have been doing things wrong, may not have been doing things the right way, but there are better ways than just killing him for it. Unless he was trying to seriously harm people, then at that point I would agree with you in that regard. But there could have been a better way of doing it, essentially. From my perspective, at least.
I just saw that as the cleanest way to do it. But Vanguard got a hold of Eric. They interrogated him to the brink of death, and when he wouldn't admit to it, they realized that he hadn't actually done it. Word got out after they were destroyed, and got to Borsch and Ophi. Came back from my hiatus, and Borsch was talking about taking over plans for when I'm dead, he said.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, not a lot of people bought your story to begin with. We wanted to believe it because you were friends of ours, you were allied with us, we wanted to believe you. But there were other people who started poking holes in the story. So, eventually kind of became clear, especially when you and Kate ended up broadcasting over the radio your apparent deaths. So no one really bought
Mavis
that
told
either.
me.
Mavis told you?
That you guys were suspicious of us. She told me actually a couple of weeks before we ran. Ophi, Mavis, and I were all on a run to Tissy. We had a couple of cars, and Ophi was driving ahead of us, and I pulled over and said to Mavis, I said, I need to come clean. Told her all about what happened, and then she said you guys had already known, but you guys didn't want to believe it. And it was at that point that I went home, told Cade, and him and I started coming up with a backup plan. But a lot of our other stuff from our past before the fall got out, and more people decided that it was a valid option to hunt us. so we went under false names and hid.
Yeah, I heard
Ran
you
a
over
little
the
shop
radio. Heard you over the radio refer to yourself as Q.
Yeah.
I suppose makes sense. Simple name to remember, just a letter.
Yeah. Q and J, best friends, living in a town near some others, running a little clothing shop.
Hmm.
Only thing strange about us was the way we spoke. Always as if we were a lot closer than just friends, as if we were brothers. And then we slipped up. We spoke to
How
John,
so?
a ranger,
Oh.
friends of the Moravians.
Oh, okay.
And then he tells them about us, the fact that we're in Cherno. And then he turns up dead 2 days later. And that doesn't look
Jesus.
too good on Cade's and I's plate.
No, it doesn't.
So
Well,
we go to town hall to meet up with someone, and I find a poster that I have to tear down, talking about how they're gonna slit our throats and now we're dead. And then there was also one where it was talking about how he knew where we were. Henry, that is. How they'd find us and they'd reveal who we were to everyone else around us.
Well, I know Henry, he was good friends with Jimmy and was suspicious from the beginning. He came to us about a week later and he was one of the ones that was advocating for us to investigate, since we were one of the only police departments at the time. And, well, we didn't exactly want to believe what we were hearing, but the more he explained things, the more it kind of just ended up making a little more sense every time. Like, one thing that kind of stood out to me after having it pointed out was the fact that you had said Jimmy was held up with a BK-18, a single-shot break-action rifle. And Jimmy held on him at one time at least 3 long guns and a pistol. So that, it didn't stick out at first because obviously you had been through a traumatic experience, and at least at the time that's what we all believed. And we just ended up accepting everything. And then once people started coming to us and telling us, hey, does it really make sense? Started to, I guess you could say, become suspicious. We still didn't want to believe it, but we had a job to do, essentially, try and investigate everything, and that's around the time when Mavis she volunteered to go over. So she said that you and Cade trusted her the most out of everyone. At least that's what she felt like. And, well, I'm not sure if you've heard, but she sadly passed away a little while ago at the school due to an argument with Red.
Yeah, I heard. Andrew told me over the radio when I asked for Mavis's presence.
Yeah. That was a difficult day. Still don't really know the full story behind that. Haven't been down south in quite some time. And now with the
You
fucking...
should come down.
I've thought about it from time to time. I thought about going back to Electro for a few days at a time, coming back up here for a few days at a time. Kind of going back and forth.
I wouldn't go to Electra.
Why not?
Electra's run by cannibals now, as far as I know.
Really?
If I were you, I'd come to Cherno. Yeah, all of Electra PD is basically abandoned from what I've heard. The last one apparently.
Once or twice, and it's pretty bad.
Yeah, Marcus, your last police officer, He's with the McCarthys now. Works at a bar.
I remember him telling me that over the radio, that he apologized that he couldn't keep things safe, but I understood that when facing overwhelming odds like that, you can't exactly try and stick out forever. You can't exactly do that, so it's a shame to hear that that Electro has fallen at this point to the cannibals. Is it? Do you know if it's the same cannibals that are up here now, the cobblestones, or if it's a different group?
I believe it's a different group. There's also a group in Cami. I believe they're rotating the two cities. Friend of mine walked into Cami, never came back. So.
Oh damn.
Seems I'm losing everyone, so I've kind of been assembling a militia for my mission that I intend to complete.
If you don't mind me asking, what's this mission?
Well, could you step away, my friend?
Yeah, could you give us some space, please? This is a private conversation.
The one over there in the yellow. My mission is to either bring back or destroy a new order. I've been assembling a militia, and so far I've got about 12, 13 people willing to die for my cause of creating new order in Electro, whether that be through blood or through writing, whether that be through us speaking peacefully with people or killing every last one of them. And that does include the remainders of Safe Haven, because being the leader of Safe Haven, I was able to see some sides of people that I wasn't able to see as just another comrade. And not all of those people deserve to live. There's a few that I've picked out that I think can stay, that I think were honest. And that's why I came to see you, Ava, because I believe you're one of those. I believe you're one of those people.
I'm gonna ask you to please put your guns down.
What the fuck?
He pulled.
I heard what the fuck he said. I heard what he fucking said.
I took my eyes off for 1 second,
Wait,
and I see him drop.
What the fuck should happen?
I heard what he said. You want?
He's still alive.
No,
He's
it's
still
not.
alive.
He is very fucking.
Oh,
Never
yeah.
mind. Sorry.
He's fucking dead. He's dead.
I see him.
So what happened?
I heard what he fucking said.
He said he was going
fucking
to
heard it.
try and essentially establish a new order down south, take out the Safe Haven down south in Electro, and then I pulled my gun on him and told him to please put his guns down. He pulled a pistol, and I shot him.
Well, I took my eyes off for 2 seconds. Just want to say that 2 seconds. That was.
2 fucking
I know,
seconds.